Last night I had just absolutely staggering experience of something like I have never, ever experienced it like that. And I know it's very dramatic the way I speak about it, which, is kind of my nature, or it can be. And, but it's true now. Uh, it's just crazy this week will be, today has been already, and because the coming week, I mean, so I'm really struggling with just fitting time to have quiet and not disturbing time for recording. Anyway, so I was like, now is the time to do it, and I really can't think of anything else to talk about, I suppose, because it's so big. And yet at the same time, and this is because we are renovating the house, sorry. That's why it's going to be chaotic for the next week, at least. But at the same time, I don't really want to talk about it because I kind of found or find that when you when something's in the early stages of its emergence, that it's not exactly the wisest to talk about it, because you kind of prematurely might be exposing it before it's strong enough to take the rays of daylight. And so I won't speak about it. But it's in kind of specifics. But the essence of it is that I suppose when you okay, the part I can share here, and it will be probably the quickest, the shortest of videos, is that I'm coming into ever greater alignment with what is mine, if you like. By mine, I mean just meant for me, or I'm meant for it, in that sense, not that it's mine in a sense of possessiveness. Oh well. And But it's been a lifetime in coming, but it's been a decade in coming, like really specific work, in terms of a decade worth of work. Because for the last decade, so from the age of 40 thereabouts, year less or more, can't remember now, more, yeah, definitely more, 41, 42. So I'm 51, so about 10 years, like I say. um I've been at this. I've been at it. But it's not just one thing. It's not, well, it is one thing, but it's like for 10 years I've been trying to, and what are this? I've been trying to crack the code of how to be that and therefore do that. And that is the bit I'm not talking about yet, here. And it's like hold on. It's like part of that has been whether it is at all a feasible option, whether that is just me being weird and just like something else, just that's just, if it takes bloody 10 years to kind of, it takes so long to crack it, like I say, to, is it really it then? Should it be that hard? Should it, so half of that time was at least, I was concerned about whether it's doable, whether it's feasible, whether it's possible, whether it's at all a reality, possibility, or is it just me escapism? Or and then the other half, was how to do it, because and this is the beauty of it. For I don't know yet why, as in why that is. Why was that story like that of mine? Maybe that's everyone's story. I'm not there yet. I actually haven't even thought of it in this way until this very second, as I just spoke about it here. But so I didn't know how to make it happen, right? And then whether it is at all something I should make happen. But I knew always what it was. Yeah? And it's not just like, let's say, it's not just like I always wanted to be a doctor, but, I didn't know how. Let's say schools didn't exist. I don't know, silly thing like that. So I kind of had to figure out how to be a doctor. And then what's the other one? That whether, how did I put it? Sorry. Whether being a doctor is at all, you know, something to be, is that at all worth being, kind of thing, right? Something like that. But the doctor, I knew that the doctor was what I've been trying to crack for 10 years, let's say. It's not the doctor, but that's the closest metaphor, I think. And but the beauty, no, I think, see, I was gonna, so the beauty, this thing that is so kind of, I feel, unique. Well, I don't know, like I say, maybe just because I don't know how other people are doing it. But for me, it's like I am a doctor already. That's the difference. Yeah, that's a good actually. So if I'm sticking with this doctor metaphor, for 10 years, I knew how to be a doctor. If someone just said, okay, go and not operate, I don't know, diagnose this and do whatever, do all the listening to the lungs, whatever, doctors do. And even maybe be a specialist, let's say, I don't know, lungs or pneumologist, or I don't know, anyway. So I knew all that and I knew how to do it. And whenever I did, let's say, some people would come to me, whatever, and I did it, it was, yeah, I was happy with the results and they were happy. I mean, I'm going off now it's not anymore as applicable, but still. But it was, so in that sense, I knew, but it was like, it was like, well, if I want to be a doctor, why am I not a doctor? Why do I not go to school? Why do I not study to get recognized, so I get a job and I get, paid and I have a career as a doctor? So, and that's the dilemma. That's what I've been struggling with all my life, particularly for the last 10 years. Or like, I am that. I do it. I know how to do it. When I do it, I love what I do and how I do it. I'm very happy to call myself a doctor on the back of that. But I just don't do it. I just don't do it. And yet it's something I want to do. It's like what I dream about day in, day out. So that's been my absolute nightmare that I've been struggling with for 10 years. And what happened last night, and that's what feels so miraculous about it, it's just nothing. Well, I've never done what I've done last night, not in that way. So maybe I really came across something that just was the right idea to unlock something. And it's, like I say, maybe it's, yeah, we'll see. But yeah. And, but it's like something just exploded last night, like in the sense of just everything became clear of like what needs to happen and what I need to be and do and how. And it's just all the answers were there. And I was up until 2 a.m, kind of in that space of being and doing that thing. And it was phenomenal. Just absolutely phenomenal. Worth dying for. I mean that literally. And I would not laugh, but I would always consider it a bit, when activists or revolutionaries say, I'm dying for my cause. I'm like, and I think it was Bono from U2 said something along I think it was him, something along the lines of like, don't die for your cause, live for your cause, which I thought it was wise. And so that's the kind of thing like where I'm at with this. And when I say die for, it's worth dying for. For me, that means that I'm pursuing it, even if it takes me to my death. As I said, it's something just expands in me. And it's just the most, like I say, I'm just beyond grateful. And I think tomorrow I'll be talking about something very different, because that's it really. Today, it's just I'm just running out of everything, time and space and quiet time to do this, and I had no better idea. But for tomorrow, I'll probably speak about something else, because I don't want to be talking about this until in the nearish future. So anyway, on that note, I shall see you tomorrow on a very different topic. I think so.